just tears off through here like a deer. Can't even keep up with him. There he is, right? It's like chasing a deer. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms, and it is Monday, November the 29th. It is the Monday after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoyed their time off. If you were able to get some time off, we were fortunate to be able to do that, but now we're back at it trying to finish up the wheat planting. And down here back at Blackwell's Bend, and we've had a rain on this dirt that's been plowed right here behind me. And what I'm walking out here to see is, number one, how wet it is, see if we can even plant today, and number two is how hard it rained, how hard it packed that ground. This ground was real soft where PA ran over it with the speed till, and that way Mark was able to cover some of the wheat with the rolling basket, the J&M. But if this ground got packed too hard with the rain, then his rolling basket will not move enough dirt to cover. So what I'm looking at right here, it looks like it's packed down pretty hard. I don't think he'll be able to, the rolling basket just won't be able to move enough dirt. Usually that dirt should have been about this tall, just real fluffy. Now it's been packed down pretty much flat. So basically Mark cannot run here. It would just run over it like this, and that's about all it would do. And that will not be good enough to cover the wheat. So unfortunately I have to send Mark's tractor home because he's pretty much done. So PA will be covering the rest of the wheat with the speed till, and the ground is will be okay to plant today. So what I've got to do now is I've got to go get the 18-wheeler, the blue Freightliner with the seed tender behind it, take it to Helena, get it loaded up with some seed, and get it back out here as quick as I can so Matt can finish up. We got about 125 acres to finish here, and then Blackwell's Bend will be through. The rest, I don't know what we're gonna plant down here. Probably soybeans, but still got James. He's running the grain drill at Tyler Graveyard. He'll be planting that all day. I don't think he'll quite get through today, but he'll get close. But we ought to get through down here planting wheat. I don't know if we'll get it all covered, but anyway, we'll get it planted today if we can get moving. So I'm gonna grab the Freightliner and let's go get some seed. Made it back to Blackwell's Bend. We ended up having to get another variety so we can just finish up down here. So we got 7 totes of AGS 3000. Is that right? Something AG something 3000. So we got 7 totes of that in the front. In the back is at 3640, what we've been planting at Tyler. So anyway, we'll have 3 varieties down here. We only wanted 1, but anyway, we ended up with 3. So maybe we'll see which one does better. Hopefully they all do good. So Matt's on his way here. PA has got his tractor ready to go, so he's going to be ready to cover. As soon as Matt gets here, they'll get started. And I know Matt will finish spreading today. Don't think PA is going to get through covering, but he will get that done tomorrow. So I'm going to head back towards the shop, maybe check on the other crew and see how they're coming planting, and then I may run over there to Toggleville. We can start getting some of our harvest equipment home, where we were combining beans over there. I can at least start bringing some of the header trailers home. So I'm pretty much done here, so let's get out of Blackwell's Bend. Cancel that. Dad said he's all right. He's doing fine. He's running the grain drill. James had to do something this morning. He hadn't quite gotten there yet. So I think I'm gonna grab some lunch and head on to Toggleville, and we'll grab a header and get a header home. So while I'm over here, Dad wanted me to go ahead and get his header off of his combine and put it on the trailer for him, so he may be able to run over here late this afternoon and get his header and bring it home. So before I do that, before I load mine up, I'm gonna go ahead and crank this one up and get it warmed up. These combines have not been cranked up since we quit harvesting beans. That was what, 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So I hope they will crank, but anyway, I'm gonna be letting Dad's warm up while I go get mine, which is way down there. The one problem Dad had at the end of the season, y'all probably didn't know about, he had to use my combine to finish the soybeans over here the last couple of days because his belt finally ate the dust. He got these pieces of iron that were coming out of the belt right here. They were catching on a lot of stuff. It was ripping right here. All that was ripped. So anyway, he ran it till he couldn't run it anymore. We had ordered a brand new belt. It's at the shop. He just did not want to stop to take the time to put it on. So he ran this one till it quit, and then he hopped on my combine and finished. So let's see if this thing will crank up. Did not have the kill switch on. Not good. What the goal is now that we're finished is to start getting all this equipment home. We'll get it good and washed up, and then we'll start putting it under sheds and stuff and get it out of this weather. Question of the day is, will Dad's combine crank? What do you think? Should I just try it? Let's just try it. It's a good sign. Combine number 2. This is mine. This is the one he ended up finishing with. And once again, the kill switch is not off. Should be okay on this one. This combine is brand new, so it better crank. There's my deer skull that I found out in the field, still riding on the deck. What do you think about this one? Gosh. Let's see if combine number 2 will crank. That's a good sign. Got some beeping noises. Boom. Flip these around. You want it on rigid. It's in the lock position, means it's rigid. You don't want it bouncing up and down the road. And then you also got to make it rigid right here. Flick that up. Same thing. Make it rigid. Rigid. Now it's time to take Dad's header off. Got him. Got them both loaded up, ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and haul this one right here. We'll come back and get that one at some point, but it is ready to go. Got it strapped down, so let's hit the road. We're gonna head back to the shop. Got about a 30, 35, 40 minute drive, so let's go. This is the time of year when we're about through wrapping up our wheat. We start, you know, going through all these projects that we want to do this winter. And a lot of it consists on some dirt work, cutting some ditches, you know, making some spots in the fields drain better. And one of them is up here at the graveyard. There's James, but one thing we got is we've got water that's coming out of those trees right there. And it's kind of made a ditch that comes across the field. And it cuts across about where James is, and then all this pretty much stays wet all winter because it drains right here, and it drains kind of, if it does drain, it's supposed to drain that way, but we can't ever get this spot planted on early crops this spring and all corn because it just stays so wet, and it's because water is coming out of there, and we're trying to get a plan on what to do with it. You find a pipe? You find?
It's lower over there next to the other field. It's way lower. I don't know if we could cut a hole. Have to get permission from whoever owns it. Tell them we want to cut just a ditch to the other ditch.
What we're thinking about doing is creating a levee up there, a little dam to catch the water, and then we'll have an underground pipe coming from right there all the way into here. Dad said it's another ditch. We can tie into the other ditch and it'll all drain. We can work right across it because it'll be, the pipe will be underground. There he is. Right? It's like chasing a deer.
You bring that pipe all the way to here.
Oh yeah.
This was a hand dug ditch.
Huh?
This was a hand dug ditch. You know how I know?
Huh?
They didn't throw the dirt very far.
Well, this is where it would come out, into this ditch somewhere. And we'd have plenty of fall from way up there to here. I'm not sure who owns this part. We own in the woods I don't know, 50 feet, 100 feet or whatever. But somebody else owns this part, so we just have to see if we could get permission to just continue our ditch into their ditch and just let it drain. normally isn't a problem. Nobody's opposed to it most of the time. He's already gone. There's my Coke bottle.
All right, hop down. It's good?
Doing a good job. All he's got is from right here over to those woods, which is not very much. He'll get in these short rows, but then he's got from right here over to these woods, which that's the longest rows on the whole place. They go from this highway behind me all the way down there, but you got to get real close tomorrow, knocking out the graveyard for sure, because that's all he's got is from here over there, and then from right here to those woods. And then we got 2 other fields right up the road we're gonna do. So anyway, as long as he's running, he'll get it done, I know, by Wednesday. That's our goal. So anyway, we'll see if we can hit that goal. Well guys, that is gonna be it for the video today. Went and found me some flags. We're getting prepped up for what we're gonna do tomorrow. Looks like we're gonna go to one of these fields and try to correct some of the drainage problems in the field, and we're gonna have to get the road scrape up there. I think when Wayne loads a couple of seed trucks and gets a little break, we got to have the loader up there. We're gonna need it to push some brush back, and then we'll use the road scrape to cut the ditch. Flags, I got to go out there with our scope and mark off the low spots and where we want the ditch to be and all that. So anyway, we got a plan for tomorrow. PA is going to finish up covering tomorrow. Talk to Matt, he's on the last field right now at Blackwell's Bend. So Blackwell's Bend will be done with wheat. PA will just have to finish covering tomorrow. James, he's still got all day tomorrow on the grain drill, planting up there at Tyler. So anyway, everybody's gonna be working. I'm gonna be helping Dad cut this ditch and stuff, and the other crews are gonna be finishing up the wheat. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and we'll have another one coming out tomorrow, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. See ya.